Hey, Dr. Lindsey and Wendy, we're going to review another article out of the Hair Transplant Forum. In this case, it is the May-June 2019.
Put it there, like it.
Wendy likes this. It's Back to the Future, and FUT, meaning strip surgery. So I think most people can probably find this online. Certainly everybody that's a member of the ISHRS gets this, and I think they publish it on their website. But I think it's a pretty cool magazine. This is awesome. It says the same thing that Wendy and I have been trying to beat into people for a decade. Now I'll read selected parts of it and we're going to discuss it. Paragraph.
And they can read it because it is selective. It is selective, so it's not that we're changing the words.
Yeah.
Right, and that, yeah, but you can find it. And
Sentence 1. The, quote, only FUE era is heading for a crash. All the wonders that have been promised on social media in favor of FUE are now being confronted with so many bad results revealed by mutilated patients and victims. And that is the doggone truth, you know?
Yes.
We see that all the time. And when I read this, I think of a guy that we posted a couple of years ago who was in the Navy and who'd spent $30,000 to get 6,000 FUEs.
And he had like 17 hairs.
There was no hair on the guy's
And then
head.
he couldn't get
And he was still, and we offered to do him for free, to
But-
fix him for free if he would just do kind of an infomercial kind of thing.
Show his face and tell you guys.
And not naming names, and he didn't because he was still making payments.
He was making payments and he was embarrassed that
Yeah.
how could he, done that.
Yeah. Paragraph 2. This will affect each and every one of us, meaning doctors and clinics. No doubt about it. But mostly it will affect the, quote, exclusively FUE advocates who depend on social media and, of course, the black market clinics. Oh my gosh. I think the person that's going to hit the most are the people that have bought one or two of those machines that do nothing but FUE, and they run a whole different office. They're putting boobs in, doing body liposuction, taking out tonsils, and they got Larry in the back doing hair transplants all day with a machine. And maybe Larry's doing a good job, maybe Larry's not doing such a good job. Who's going to be blamed for this? For sure it won't be the FUE or the FUT surgeons who've been trying to tell everybody the limitations. So we got a clean conscience. We do FUE. We do 3 FUEs a month. I did an FUE on my own son who needed a few little scar fixed, and he's got bushy wire hair, and we do a fair number of FUE repairs. We got videos of FUEs used to repair strip cases. But I push strip cases because they work better almost all the time in big volume cases.
What's the next one?
Please don't take this wrong. FUE can be wonderful. Just like I said.
FUE can be wonderful, but it has to be done right. What the problem with FUE is that.
So hair dies about 6 hours after it's taken out of the body, or the survival rate drops dramatically. And so on a strip case, we get that strip out by 8:15, and
you have 6 people working on it.
And we're never done after 2:15. I mean, it's always all the hairs in the body before 2:15. So I don't know that all of them would, but the dramatic drop off in survival would happen after 2:15 in the afternoon. With FUE, if we start making holes at 8 o'clock sharp, and sometimes we start a little earlier than that if people are less nervous and the volume works, we'll do extractions for 4 hours.
Yes.
And however many we got at 4 hours, that's when we're quitting, because we got to turn you over the recipient area, like the holes, and we got 2 hours to get those in. It might be 500 grafts, and it might be 1,000 grafts, and it might be 1,500 grafts. You simply don't know until you get done. So if you need a big case, then we typically do 2 days. And so what you were saying, when I thought you were talking too much, is what doctor in his right mind is going to waste 2 days doing it? They'll just keep powering through until 5 or 6 or 7 o'clock. And we've seen a bunch of people that we've repaired who said their FUE started at 8 in the morning, they got done at 11 o'clock at night.
Yes.
Well, all those, we weren't there. I mean, they sure could have been extracted. But it's difficult to extract when you're laying face down and nothing's going on up here. I can imagine how difficult it is to do extractions when somebody's sitting up and 2 people are putting hair up here and somebody's pulling from back here. It just can't be.
It's not possible. I see you when we do the handheld.
Yeah.
And one small little twist in your hand,
Little wiggle.
little wiggle, makes you
Transect.
Transect.
Yeah.
So not imagining somebody sitting, not sending in people placing.
Right. All right. The relationship between, next paragraph, the relationship between a doctor and the patient is based on trust. You know, that's why we put all these videos up here, because if I had 1 or 2 slick videos, you're trusting that person in the infomercial. If we can put up 300 or 250 patients for re-interview and ask them whether we were upfront with them, you don't have to just believe me or Wendy. We just simply couldn't bribe that many people to say that we did a decent job for them. And so as you're doing research on whether it's buying a Toyota or buying a hair transplant or buying a house, talk to the neighbors, see what you're really getting, and see some results. All right. Yes, FUT, strip surgery, did sin in the past. If you imagine, it can be done repeatedly as many times as needed, and you'll end up with stacked or wide scars. That's true. We fix a lot of.
Well, that's the thing. Yes, a strip could be really bad for the patient and done in the wrong place. We have seen patients with 7 scars.
We just put a video. Well, I think he's in the line to go up. We got a guy that had 7 hair transplants someplace else with nothing to show for it except a bunch of scars. So I guess the bottom line in all this is, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably ain't true. Strip used to and still works better than FUE, but FUE is a great option if you're properly selected. Just like this guy says in here, FUE can be wonderful when properly selected and performed. So as you're doing your research, talk to the doctor, not just us, but talk to whoever you're going to, and then ask them all the stuff that we're bringing up in here, and ask them how they handle that kind of stuff, and see what the pros and cons are. Not that they just got a new machine, they need to make a payment on it. And so, and same with strip surgery. If you're getting the strip surgery, make sure that, like we signed a young guy up today, 25 or 26-year-old guy. But we got a plan for the future. We're going to do a conservative case today, and then when he gets balder in the future, we'll just cut that same scar out and then go back. We're not going to make 7 scars in the back of his head. So if we can help you, please give us a call. Thanks.